Alright, this is from What I Want to Remember, video number 2. So in this video I'd like to maybe dabble a little bit into the movie that we watched earlier in the week called Interiors. And really what I saw in Interiors was a lot of people, and specifically in the family, really stuck in their own heads, and really focused on only them and their needs, and really stuck into what perceptions that they had of how the world was supposed to work and how things were supposed to be. And this also comes in when Fromm talks about it, and also in Buddhism a lot, where you can't really, you stray in life with concentrating on how things should be and how things should go, rather than how things are, and being connected with, whether it be ugly or not, how life is, and being connected with what is really true in reality. And it's just seeing the people in Interiors, they just clearly weren't connected with that at all. You could see it in the husband of I think it was Joey, but he was the writer, and he was always stuck in his own head about how good he was. He was very insecure about how good of a writer he was, and that he could not get any good reviews. And even though his wife kept telling him, I think you're a fine writer, it doesn't matter what anybody else says, I think you're good. He couldn't really just see that and see that she's being truthful, or see that she was maybe trying to comfort him in that matter. He would just get very, very upset because he couldn't really get past his own insecurities that the people in the Times Magazine or whatever he was sending his stuff to didn't like it, and didn't like his things, and he couldn't really get past that, and that ultimately affected their relationship, because she was successful, and he, in his own perceptions of what he thought was success, was not. And that really ultimately destroyed their relationship, when at the end of the movie he tried to sleep with her sister, and he made a comment saying, I just want to have sex with a woman who doesn't belittle me, or something towards the line. Obviously this isn't verbatim, but something towards that line. And so you can really see that, really because of his own perceptions and thoughts of how things should be, it really ruined the relationship and the reality of what they actually were. And so that was definitely something that I saw in there that was not good. And also with the mother, I think we can all agree the mother was, pretty wacky and pretty in her own head. And she couldn't accept the fact that she had been with her husband and things had been the same for so long, and that he wanted to go explore and do something different and do something spontaneous and do something creative with his life. And when he eventually left her, a trial separation, he called it, she couldn't handle that, and she couldn't see why he was doing that. Maybe as she took it on her, and it was things about her, and maybe it was just, she could have just thought, maybe it's something that he is going with and he's going through, and maybe if I just let him go and I support him in what he's doing, because again, they're husband and wife, she's supposed to be supporting him, and the things that he needs. Just know that he may need to be doing this right now. He's at a point in his life where he's going to search out there for maybe himself, and maybe she should just, try to support him in that and just give him her love and what he needs, and maybe ultimately they could have connected back together, but instead she was very bitter about it and went about it in very neurotic ways, and because of this, their relationship ultimately didn't work out either, and he ended up meeting this carefree, cool woman, always dressed in colors and brightness, which everybody else in that movie was not. They were all dressed pretty gloomy and dark colors, which really shows the contrast between how she's living and really how they're living, and between their family dynamics. Things are very dark and gloomy between them, and they're all having their own perceptions on how things should be, and because their partners or their mothers or their sisters aren't doing what they think they should be doing, they aren't having the connection, the relationship they think they should be having. It really creates a turmoil in their family dynamics, and whereas this woman who's sort of carefree, she's living in the moment, she's being happy with what is going on in the here and now. It really creates an interesting contrast in the movie when you look at them, and you can see how these people and how their lives and their relationships with the supposed people that they love are really affected by these people, and it seems almost their minds are getting in their own way, and that's just a future note that I would like to have. Looking back, that I don't want my mind and everything that's going on with me getting in the way of something great, and having a great relationship with someone else. So that is just my thoughts on interiors for video number 2. Stay tuned for video number 3. Thank you.